so much for tuning in. This would be my first clip of my YouTube channel, and it's called For the Love of Money. For those who have been following me within the past couple of weeks, you would have saw that I've been creating a whole lot of awareness around the situation and what took place with the death of my sister. And her name was Monica, and that's where the name comes from, For the Love of Money, because I want to make sure that I create as much awareness as possible, you know, around the fact that you know, your life, it matters, and her life mattered. Unfortunately, she didn't make it, but she did pass away from a tumor. The reason why I think it's very important to share this story with you guys this way is because there's so many different things that took place throughout this entire ordeal. And you know, I get a lot of people asking, well, I thought this was wrong with her, and how did that happen? And wait a minute, there was a baby involved? I mean, there's so many different things. And I say, you know what? It'll take me forever, you know, to explain all that took place with my sister. Honestly, it's like a Lifetime movie to myself, because the things that took place, you know, towards the end, it wasn't something that, you know, we were prepared for. You know, it wasn't something that, you know, we expected. It really caught everyone off guard, because the whole purpose of everything that, you know, we thought we were dealing with was the total opposite. So I don't want to take y'all too fast. Like I said, it's probably going to take me a little while to even get this entire story out, because it was just a lot of things that took place. So I'm going to make these clips, and it will be every Tuesday at 7 p.m. when these clips are played. And if you're following the story, you can put together what myself, my brother-in-law, which was her husband, my mom, I mean my entire family, what we experienced throughout the time that we dealt with this situation. So share, because like I said, there's a lot of people that they want to know, and I definitely want to share her story. I think it's better to do it this way. So let's kind of start from something I said earlier. Of course, I'm creating awareness around brain tumors. However, the truth of the matter is, she didn't actually initially get hospitalized for a brain tumor. So I think that's very important. You know, another thing that I would like to say is that it's a difference between watching someone die and getting a phone call that someone died. And I'm gonna say that again. It's a difference between watching someone die and receiving a phone call that, you know, your close friend or your family, you know, your loved one passed away. And the reason I say that is because when you're actually watching someone die, it's like you're in a battlefield with them. You know, you're struggling to help them survive. You're trying to look for a cure. You're trying to research. You're trying to do whatever it is that you can to help this person, you know, live. But when you get a phone call and someone, you know, they passed away, there's nothing that you can do. They're gone. It's too late. And, you know, it's a totally different feeling, to be quite honest with you. And this experience, it's taught me so much. And I kind of want to touch on some of those things too, for, you know, anyone that's experiencing this, anyone that has a friend that's experiencing this. You know, there's certain protocols and there's certain things that I feel that should be done, and in order for you guys to know that, of course, we got to share, right? So yeah, initially when my sister was 24 years old, she was actually diagnosed with a giant cell tumor. So for those of you who, you know, don't know what that is, it's a tumor it's non-cancerous, but it is aggressive. It grows and it can do things to your body, and it can damage certain things. And it's very important that if possible, you get that removed. So when she was 24 years old, she did start initially having some symptoms. She would complain about her back hurting. She would complain about, you know, just being in so much pain in different areas of her body. She would continue to go to the hospital. She would continue to, you know, tell them, hey, I don't feel good. Something's wrong. Like this is not right. I don't feel right. And, you know, for a long period of time, the doctors, they would send her home and say, oh, you know, you just pulled a muscle. Oh, you know, let me give you some muscle relaxers. And, you know, a couple times she accepted that, and she went ahead and went home and she took those muscle relaxers. And, you know, unfortunately, the muscle relaxers, it wasn't helping. And she began to cry out a little bit more. And she advised the doctor, she said that this is a pain, you know, like I've never felt before. And I need for you to give me an x-ray. I need an MRI. I need you to do something to show me why I'm feeling this way. So they finally did. But the reason I'm saying pay attention to the signs is because she went through that for so long, and the doctors was assuming they knew what it was, but they really didn't. And within that process, she began to not be able to walk. This tumor got to the point to where it was beginning to paralyze her. What they had to do was she had to have a surgery. Within this surgery, she had to have her rib was removed, and one of the ribs had to be connected to her spine. And this was, you know, the doctor's way of saving her so that she could walk again. So fast forward, it was a, you know, long healing process. She got better. She got better. And, you know, we continued to pray that that was over. She wouldn't have to experience it again. You know, she spent so much time in pain. She spent so much time just, you know, wanting to live like everybody else, just a regular life. And within that process, it took some time away from her. So myself, you know, my mom, my family, we were really excited that we put that behind us, you know, so to speak. That's what we thought. We thought we put it behind us, and, you know, she could move forward with life. And fast forward, like 10 years later, it came back. But again, you know, we kept a positive attitude about it because we knew that, you know, like my sister, she's a fighter. Like, you know, she doesn't give up. So when it came back, in our minds we were thinking, wow, you know, what's next? What do we do now? And the thing that we thought about was, guess we have to have another surgery. Well, she was really still not really wanting to do that at that point in time, because, you know, she was still just feeling as if like there's gotta be something else that I could do, you know, something else. But the truth of the matter is, this tumor now came into a different location versus where the other tumor was located. But the end result, you know, she had to go through another surgery. And when she went through that surgery, they did go in a different way, and in hopes of saying, look, you know, we got this tumor out. That's it. You know, there is no more tumor. She's good to go. Of course, another long healing process, you know, and in that time frame, it was a situation of she had a baby. You know, she had my nephew. My nephew, he's now 5 years old. And, you know, because of the things she went through, she used to always say, you know, I didn't get a chance to just spend a lot of time just playing with him. I didn't get a chance to do things like regular moms, you know, got to do, because, you know, I've been having these issues back and forth. I mean, she wasn't complaining about it, but she expressed it because she wanted, you know, my nephew to have a regular life, you know, like everybody else would. And because of that, not easy for her. It saddens me because I know the type of person my sister is. But I know sometimes when things happen in life, we can't control them, and things happen for a reason. But I think it's something that we try to deal with, but it's something that's very hard to accept when you know what you want to happen and the good that you want based on how good a person really is. So it's kind of hard for me to share this story, but I know that it's the right thing to do, and that's all I want to do is get this story out. But I want to wrap up my first segment. I want to just kind of bring everybody up to speed because I know everyone is confused, because yes, there is a baby involved. She had a baby. She didn't get a chance to meet my nephew. He's still in the hospital, but he's doing great. That's something that I'm proud of. But I just kind of wanted to express to everyone where this all started from, because if you know my sister, you probably know a little bit about why she was initially in the hospital, and it wasn't for what she actually died from. So I kind of wanted to start out by allowing you all to just share with me where this came from, where the process started from. And it was because she was initially diagnosed with a giant cell tumor that was non-cancerous. I'm gonna fast forward, and then the next clip next week, it will discuss as she actually was put into the hospital. But the things that's important in this clip is more so of the signs. She continued to complain about her back. She continued to complain about just hurting, and the doctors told her, hey, it's just, you pulled a muscle, and they gave her these muscle spasm pills, and it was just not what the issue was. So make sure you're not afraid to actually ask questions. Make sure that you're not afraid to fight for what you actually know is going on with your body. Make sure that in any situation that you have a spokesperson available for you, because you just never know when you may get down and out and you can't actually speak for yourself. So you're going to need a very, very strong advocate, a very, very strong individual, just to even have a voice. And I know we don't like to talk about these things, but I didn't even know in my sister's situation I was going to be an advocate for her, because I never even dreamed this would happen. But I know that I'm a vocal person, and whatever it was going to take to make sure that I did everything, to go out fighting with her, that's what I did. So I don't want to make this too long. Like I said, this was like a whole entire lifetime movie, living this thing with her. And I just kind of want to take you guys step by step. I don't want to overwhelm you, because I definitely was overwhelmed. I just want to get this story out. I want you guys, if you got questions, ask questions in this clip. I'll answer them when I do my next clip, but I don't mind answering them to the best of my knowledge. But yes, initially she was diagnosed with a giant cell tumor. It wrapped around her spine. It actually broke her spine. She had to have her rib removed and connected to her spine so that she can actually walk again. So we'll finish up with my next clip. Thank you so much for joining in. Invite, share. You have experienced the first clip with me for the love of money. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.
Told me about the things she said, be careful, youngin'. She used to pray today, my patience turned me into something. She said, hold up.